Okay, I have set up the platform. I am back, and I am ready to start tonight's thing. Ugh. Oh boy, it is crisp 1:44 a.m. right now, way past midnight, and I feel terrible. But what do you expect? It never feels good staying up this late, but I do it constantly anyway. And most recently because of um, I'm doing a thing. Yeah, I was doing a thing where uh, one moment, I have to sort my thoughts out here. Yes, that's what I was doing. I remember now. I have been staying up late for a while because I was voicing characters in a playthrough of Your Turn to Die some folks I know were doing. It's an interesting game, neat game, good way to pass the time, crack some jokes, have a laugh, you know. And by voicing characters, I mean we were all just reading the lines out and having fun with it. But I've been trying to give it my all because honestly, voice acting's fun. And I think that's what I was gonna think about today. That must be it because I don't have any clue what else it would be. And why else would I be trying to make this recording booth style thing? So, yeah. It's really fun to just like voice act or just act in general, I think. Because like, I don't know, there's just something fun about getting to trying to get in the headspace of a character and trying to emulate it as best you can, and just convey those emotions. There's just something so cool about being able to put on a convincing performance. And I also think that there's probably a difference between impersonations and voice acting. Maybe not a huge difference. You're still contorting your voice to sound like something else, but one is like you came up with it and it's your own original voice for things. The other one you're just trying to imitate for accuracy. For example, I think that I'm pretty accurate with one of my voice impressions, but that's not going to get me too far in the way of actual voice acting stuff. I mean, it'll help with it, knowing how to do proper inflection, tones, and stuff. I don't know, I'm kind of just rattling on about nothing at this point, but hey, if you're watching this, you should know that's expected. But I've actually been off and on trying out for voice acting stuff that I've seen on like a casting call website just for fun. I have no desires to pursue it as an actual real career option, but like it'd be pretty cool to like, you know, be able to say, hey, I actually voiced a character in such and such. That's pretty neat. Just a little neat thing, I think. It'd be cool, you know. Just getting to put on a convincing performance in fiction is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And coming from me, that may raise an eyebrow because I am dead tired. My voice is pretty flat and monotone, and I am slurring most of my words, I'm willing to bet. But like, that's not important. It's not important. Wish I had more knowledge on the subject to actually dive into, but in reality, my only experience has been doing a Monokuma impersonation for reasons, and what else have I done? I don't know, I mean like random voice lines from games. So I don't really have much experience in the field, so I can't comment on any of the actual method behind it, because I would like to learn that method behind it, and I do not know it. I seriously wonder how some actors don't, like, rip their throats out. In the game we were playing tonight, where I, you know, what brought this whole line of thought on, one of the characters I voiced, he sounds like, I need a line. Take me away, sign. What? Alright, well, I'm gonna roll with it. Yeah, one of the characters I was voicing, I made the mistake of giving him a more deep and growly voice. So every time he's on screen, I have to mentally prepare myself to have my vocal cords ripped out, because instead of just, you know, being like, hey, I was told there'd be sawdust in my hamburger, I have to go, I was told there'd be sawdust in my hamburger! Or something like that. I've made a fool of myself and tried to make all his lines as intense as possible. I don't even know how it sounds, honestly. I haven't actually recorded myself saying it and listened back, so for all I know, I could just sound, you know, all high and squeaky. But that's tough to say. There is also something fun about doing high squeaky voices. I don't know. If I'm ever doing a voice thing for a game, just goofing around with buddies, I usually get typecast as any nutty professor in the vicinity, you know. Just like, ah, I'm going to talk like a stereotypical supervillain, and, why is there no sawdust in my hamburger? I specifically ordered it. I don't know. I don't even want sawdust in a hamburger. That sounds terrible. Who would ever do that? Oh, that won't do at all. That is the big thing I've noticed about my own voice and manner of speaking, actually, is that I slur my words a lot, like way too much, and I tend to talk way too fast and trip over myself. Now, not necessarily at 2 in the morning. I don't know if I talk fast then, but there's other factors at play there. Generally speaking, my general manner of speaking is rather quick and sloppy. But if I wanted, I can usually fix it if I focus. If I just posture myself up, calm myself down, think my sentences through and enunciate them clearly, I can have a far more professional demeanor about myself, and speak in a manner that is clear and concise. Far less garbled, far less slurred, far less stammered. The problem is, I have to focus on it so hard, and it's nowhere near casual, not even remotely. And so that's why I tend to drop it. Instead of thinking my sentences through and enunciating them clearly, I just kind of go with the flow and say whatever comes to mind. You know, you gotta wonder why that is. You gotta wonder why, like, when you hear a recording of yourself, your own voice sounds so foreign to you. You're like, oh my god, is that really how I sound? Like, everyone's had that before, at least once, where they hear themselves and they're like, that doesn't sound right at all. Like, not even close. You gotta wonder why that is, because like you can hear yourself, so why does it feel like it's different than it should be? By all means, we shouldn't be surprised by the sound of our own voice. It's probably the voice we hear the most in our lives. So why on earth does it feel so strange? I need to know. It's just a weird checkerboard. You know what? Screw it. No black concrete. We're getting this in here. I mean, hearing recordings of yourself allows you to figure out how you sound and therefore how to improve on it if you should so wish. Like, anytime I need to be clear in a situation, I do it. It's just that when I'm talking casually, I don't bother, because I just don't care enough. Maybe one day I'll actually try to pursue the voice acting thing to the point where I get one rule, just to check it off the list. Because I think it'd be neat. I just don't know if I feel like sinking the money into an actual proper microphone for it right now and committing to it. So instead, I'm just going to lightly dabble and mess around with buddies because I think that's better for me. Very non-committal, but still a lot of fun, and I still get practice. But who knows? Maybe one day I'll book some kind of minor role in a comic fandom someone's doing for free or for fun. I don't know. It just seems like it'd be neat, and I want to check it off the bucket list. The old bucket list. Why does a man of a mere 18 years old have a bucket list he's so worried about? Well, I couldn't tell you. You know what else? I just admire people who can do things with their voices in general. It's not just voice acting, although that's a big one, but like singing. Singing's huge, right? I can't sing worth salt. But if you can, I admire it. Because it's just cool. It's cool if you can make your voice sound pleasant enough for people to want to listen to it on the regular. I'd say that's pretty neat. Ooh. This is the soundproof foam stuff. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the microphone in here. But like, I've heard some people with great singing voices, and I thought to myself, dang, I really want to be able to do that. Follow up immediately by, and I don't want to commit the time to it, so I guess I never will. But mad respect to anyone who does / can, though. It's super cool. That's roughly what a mic looks like, right? Hold on. Let's see what this looks like in gray. Yeah, we're gonna go with that, I think. It's definitely not my best work, but whatever. It's fine. I like the barren wasteland, despite the fact that's literally like the opposite of what the sound stuff is supposed to be. You know what? Just for fun, sound's supposed to have like surfaces to bounce off of, right? No, it's supposed to have surfaces to dampen it. That's why it's foam. I don't know. Sound is so weird. I know a guy who's a musician, And every now and then I just come to him with questions about how sound works, and it's always super cool to listen to him tell me all about, music and how sound affects a lot of things, and how physics affects sound and how we have to worry about that. Like, I never expected that one of the higher priorities in music production was physics. That's weird. But it's always fascinating. Alright, but yeah, that's Midnight Minecraft. It's a shorter one today because I'm tired and my throat hurts. For all I've been doing is voicing a ridiculously serious character in this voice. And I kind of need a break. I kind of need to go to bed. And so, with that, I think I'm gonna pass out.